Well, the spokesperson of the M23, Lawrence Kanyuka, has now threatened Burundi. In a statement that he has released, Lawrence Kanyuka has said that Burundi is not only hosting the fighter jets that are bombing different front lines of the M23 in Eastern DRC, he has also said that Burundi is supplying the men who are joining the Wazalendo, the FDLR, and even the FARDC in Eastern DRC that are continuing to fight against the M23 in their front lines. Well, that is the story I'm going to tell you in this video. The statement that the spokesperson has released, as well as what now this implies in the conflict in Eastern DRC, now that the M23 is now pulling Burundi to be at the center of every action that is happening in Eastern DRC that is affecting the M23. Well, this is Bonafide. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe and hit that notification button so that when I release something new on Eastern DRC, you get notified as soon as possible. Well, the spokesperson of the M23, Lawrence Kanyuka, has released a damning statement that has put Burundi at the center of the action in Eastern DRC. In a statement that was released just hours ago on X, Lawrence Kanyuka said that all the bombings carried out by Sukhoi 25 fighter jets and drones against densely populated areas and the entire front lines are orchestrated from Burundi. This country serves as a rare base and a command center for the coalition forces of the Kinshasa regime. He went further also to say that Burundi also deploys its troops and Imbonerakure militiamen to South Kivu, where they are integrated into the FARDC, the FDLR, and the Mai Mai Wazalendo. Now, that last statement is very telling of the conflict in Eastern DRC right now. In the past, the M23 was saying that Burundi is supplying its military in South Kivu to prevent the M23 from going to Uvira. But right now, the M23 is now accusing Burundi of supplying their troops inside the FARDC, inside the Mai Mai Wazalendo, and also inside the FDLR. Previously, we knew that Burundi is in Eastern DRC assisting the Kinshasa regime as Burundi in fighting against the M23 and other insurgencies in Eastern DRC, including the militia who want a change of regime in Burundi. But right now, the M23 is accusing Burundi of supplying all the forces that are fighting against it in Eastern DRC. Well, this further complicates the conflict in Eastern DRC because right now we are having Burundi as another main player of the conflict in Eastern DRC. Because at the table now, we have the M23 and the DRC government trying to reach a deal. But of what use will this deal be if Burundi is said to be supplying the forces to assist the FARDC, to assist the Mai Mai Wazalendo, as well as to assist the FDLR, according to the M23. The M23 also purports that Burundi is now hosting the fighter jets that are fighting against them in Eastern DRC. In one way, the M23 is saying that Burundi is doing all sorts of evils against it, and something perhaps that is a pretext for the M23 to continue its fighting southwards so that it can go up to Uvira. That is a dream that the M23 has had for quite some time. Well, we'll wait to see if the M23 will take any action, any direct action against Burundi right now that they have released this statement pointing that Burundi is at the center of every attack that is happening in Eastern DRC, be it ground attack by the supply of men in the FARDC, in the FDLR, and the Wazalendo, as well as the air attacks that are happening, the drone attacks, as well as the fighter jets attacks that are happening in different parts of Eastern DRC. I'll keep you informed and updated of the latest of what will come out from Eastern DRC right now that the M23 has released this damning statement that puts Burundi at the center of every action in Eastern DRC that is affecting the M23. Keep it Bonafide.